I mean, do you just go into Pinterest and like say type in random keywords like red, black, thick, thin, heavy, light, or something like that, and see what comes up? Yeah.
Another thing you
Okay.
can do is you can look at a bestseller, for example, on Amazon, and you're looking for different styles or designs, and you take that exact same keyword from Amazon, you enter on Pinterest to get new ideas, and then you take that. For example, let's say, a bag. You see a nice bag, but it's everybody on Amazon is pretty much selling the same design. So you want to. The main point of the emphasize the most in this course is differentiation of different levels. So as much as possible. So you take a bestseller, you take that keyword, you go on Pinterest, and you see what other styles can you get. And then if you see another style that is really cool, then you take that, you go to try to go to suppliers, say, hey guys, I'm looking for that design, that style, can you do it? And you just spam 50, 100 suppliers until if you find 5 that are really good, and you just go with them after that. And then you go take it further.
So basically, so we can go on Amazon, we can look at products that are selling well, go into Pinterest, see way we can differentiate it. But
it's all about differentiation.
So let's just say we look at let's just say we look at doormats, right? When we like a massive niche, a lot of reviews and a lot of sales. So we look at doormats, we type it into Pinterest, and we see like red, thick doormats selling well, right? So now the next thing is to search that on Amazon, red, thick doormats, right? Find the search volume, find all related keywords specific to that. So we wouldn't use doormats or black doormats. We'd say anything that's like red doormat, thick red doormat, red thick doormats, red long thick doormats, whatever. We add up the search volume, but we also see for that keyword, what the sales are like. And I think what Rayleigh said, like above at least 3 that are like 3,000 sales, under 200 reviews, and no more than 3 or 4 over 4,000 reviews, all of that stuff. But we need to make sure all of that is in place before we contact suppliers, right? Because we don't want to be contacting suppliers. So say if red, for example, red thick doormat or red doormat doesn't have sufficient search volume, combined search volume even, we wouldn't go for it. We wouldn't contact suppliers for it, would we? Would we or would we not?
Payment, can you take that?
Sure. Sorry, I didn't catch the last part of your question. The sound wasn't
Sorry,
good.
mate. No, it's cool. So if we look, say, we found something on Pinterest. It's like red thick doormats, right? It's unique. So then we look at the search volume for it, and it's got the sales and stuff is good, but the search volume is really low. Do we still go for it?
If it's low, I wouldn't go for it. No. Because you want to sell something that's already a demand. You don't want to be a pioneer, because that's going to take a lot of resources for you. I mean, you want to sell something that's already selling. Again, and one way that this would make sense is if you have in the same niche an existing audience. Maybe people on Amazon are not interested, but if you have a very targeted niche, audience that you can monetize, in that case, that could make sense. You know what I mean? Outside of Amazon.
About our jungle.
That's way for later on. But for now, just focus on what's selling on Amazon. Look at the numbers. If the numbers make sense, then you proceed.
Right. So if the search volume was enough and everything else was in place, like I think we said, at least 3 products with over $3,000 and under 200 reviews and all of that stuff, and there was decent search volume as well. But there were other people already selling red thick carpet, and their specific sales wasn't high. What would we do then? We would look to differentiate it in a way that they're not doing it, right?
You need to first, again, there's a lot more things involved to that, because you're not in the business of selling a product. You're in the business of solving a solution, solving a problem. So you look at the whole bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture. So for example, if the product is good but not have enough sales, for example, so you see, okay, what can I make it even better? What is the problem that this product is solving, and for whom? So you identify the exact ideal customer, the exact pain point, and how this product is going to solve it. So if you can do that in a way that others are not doing it, then that can allow you to really stand out and make more sales than the other guys, because hey, and all of that you do it through doing not only product research but also market research. You don't do research just on the product, but you do research first on the market. And to do research on the market, the first step you do is you identify the ideal customer, the ideal demography that you're serving, and you see what are their pain points, what do they need, and then you try to give them what they need, the product. And your product basically should be a solution to a specific problem, to a specific person, to a specific demography. So don't try to sell a product for anyone, because it's going to be quite complicated. Try to be as laser focused on a specific, as Riley says, niche under niche, like sub niche. For example, let's say, you said the doorknob, for example, for, I don't know, for RVs, for example. That could be something, for example. You know what I mean? Or very niche. Go as niche as you can. Or doorknobs
Actually, I talked to someone. There's actually a client who built and sold a brand all about RV accessories.
Yeah, exactly.
RV stuff.
Huge.
About Jungle Scout. So I know in general we talk about, okay, here I have an idea, here's a product I'm interested in, then I put it through the meat grinder of Jungle Scout. What are the reviews? What are, the sales volume? Can you use that in reverse as a search tool? Can I say, show me products that are, let's say, between this price range with this many reviews, with this many competitors in the space? I can go at it that way rather than with a product. I can start with sales parameters or success parameters and find products like that.
Yes, you can.
That's how the Jungle Scout
the web version.
That's how the product research tool works. Let me show you.
Okay.
So you log in here, members.junglescout.com. You go to product research. It's called product database. So this product database is essentially just a supercharged version of searching Amazon for products. You can select categories here that you're interested in. I would suggest, doing one at a time. Patio, lawn, and garden. And then they actually have these preset filters up here. You can go ahead and click high demand, low competition.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. And Brandon was doing this. He's in group 1. He said this was helpful for him. So you click that, and Jungle Scout scans Amazon, and it shows you, basically niches or keywords that have high demand and low competition. And then what you're going to get here is, a bunch of stuff that is not good for private label appropriate. So put in the negative keywords. Cake. I don't want cake. So eliminate cake. Eliminate mask. Eliminate. Let's just start with that. So it's going to exclude any product, any listing that has those. So I just canceled out those ones. It was clogging up too much space. And then, kind of just scroll through here. Go to the next page by clicking right here. You can display 200 at a time. And you can put in filters here. This is automatically doing, essentially what that filter did was more than 250 sales and less than 50 reviews. Is that what it's doing? Yeah. So, play around with this. It's a big freaking thing. So minimum price, you're, fucking, $15. Max price, fucking.
And one thing I would recommend is, for example, instead of taking the same parameters that everyone is doing, like let's say, for example, under 300, more than 250 sales or 300 sales and less than, say, 50 reviews, get some, say, more random numbers. For example, say less than, say, for example, 79 reviews, for example, because this way you get access to more products that other people are not getting. And for example, the price of putting 15, I would put, for example, say 1849, for example. So more random numbers so you can get access to more products that, for example, someone is searching, say, $16 or $20, they will only get a certain numbers. But if you put, like, say, a more random, more odd number, you would get access to even more products. You know what I mean? Try to do that to get more exposure.
Search different than everyone else.
Exactly. Thank you for summarizing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought we're going to be starting looking at products outside of Amazon. So let's just say we use this method and we find a product. Will we still then go on, say, Pinterest and Etsy to see how it can be improved?
Yes. For example, if you find a product from Jungle Scout, then you look at the first page, for example, on Amazon, you read the reviews, see what are the problems that people are complaining and how you can improve it. And then if you look at the first page, you see most people are selling probably the same design, whatever, just a Me Too copycat. And then you see your job is how to differentiate that, not only in terms of features, but also in terms of design. And that's when Pinterest and Etsy can be very helpful.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So on this presentation that I just linked in the group, the way I kind of broke it down is like there's 3 main search areas. So Jungle Scout, the Jungle Scout database, it's what I just showed you. And then the Amazon.com, just looking directly on there. And, the bestseller areas, but not just limited to the bestseller areas, like get lost in Amazon, like just go wandering around, so that's on Amazon itself. And then other 3 is like other sites. So just search Google. If you found an interesting niche keyword, search Google, and maybe there's some Shopify sites, some random websites selling all this type of stuff, and cross-reference that on Amazon. Hey, is this selling on Amazon yet? Maybe try to be the first one to sell something popular on Amazon. Etsy, crowdfunding sites, Pinterest, trend sites, the ones listed here. AliExpress Dropshipping Center is an interesting one. Instagram ads. Anytime you see an Instagram ad, it usually means it's something trending. And then real life.
Yeah, that's one thing that we also recommend is, for example, look for the first week, maybe look around you in your house, at work, at the gym, in the garden, wherever you are. Make a list, a 5 list, one for each category, and just write down every product you use, you touch, you see around you, whether it's at your office, at your home, in the garage, in the garden, in the kitchen, at the gym, anywhere you go. Just do that for a week. Put 50 to 100 in each category, and at the end of the week, you'll have some crazy good ideas. And then after that, you just take it from there.
Yeah. And then, so let's just go over this while I have it open. So this is something, this 12-step thumps thing is something that I put together just in recent months during COVID, when we were coming up with the whole 90-day FBA idea. So basically it starts out, your step 1 is like you're browsing around those 3 areas. On Jungle Style database, the bestseller areas, and other sites. Just browse around at first. You're trying to get your eyeballs in as many weird products and weird niches as possible. And then when you're browsing around, open up a new tab for anything that could potentially be interesting to you as a private label possibility. Just open up a new tab and then keep browsing. So when you open up the new tab, forget about that tab. Go back to browsing. You know what I'm saying? So you open tab, and then when you have about 30 tabs open, go back through the first tab and search that main keyword for whatever that product main keyword is. So, freaking, you know.
Sorry, really quickly, Riley. What search areas 1 to 3 again, mate?
Jungle Scout database.
Okay. One.
Amazon bestseller areas.
Okay.
And other sites.
All right. Cool.
And then, so then basically go through all those tabs again and do the quick ringer through Jungle Scout. It's just a quick check to make sure it's not too flooded, so make sure not too much competition, and make sure that there's decent, money flowing through that keyword. So that basically means search the main keyword and then open up the Jungle Scout Chrome extension and make sure that there's not more than 5 listings with over 1,000 reviews, and make sure at least 3 listings are doing more than $5K a month in revenue.
Mm-hmm.
If this is not true, then close that tab and forget about that niche forever. If it is still possible, then leave that tab open and go on to the next tab. What you're going to do is add this main keyword to your spreadsheet if it checks out on step 2. And then step 3 is just repeat that process until you have 30 ideas that check out that you've added to your spreadsheet. And this is the spreadsheet. It's you guys have the spreadsheet, and then basically the next step is go through the spreadsheet and add the numbers that are in there, and those are the numbers that you just checked on step 2. So it's like dialing it in. It's kind of like giving it a little score. Well, like how many listings are there for this keyword that have 1,000 reviews? How many listings are doing more than 5K of revenue, which I consider like doing well? So you add those there, and then it's going to give you either green, yellow, or red. So it's kind of the way to track it there. That's in here. Put the metrics are right here. And then the other metric that we threw in there is well-known brands. No well-known brands are ideal, obviously, because those well-known brands like Kleenex or Apple, they're going to suck up a lot of sales just because they have brand trust. So you don't want to be competing with them too much. And then so basically, step 4 is, those first 4 steps take a lot of time. You got to have. And then the other thing is, so step 4, you're going to try to have 30 niches here. So all the way out to 30. And then you want to go back and after you have 30, go back to number 1 and basically go the next level deeper. Go the next level deeper and search on Amazon again and look for, what did I say here? I missed. Add potential sub-niche keywords in Jungle Scout Keyword Explorer. Right, so that's what you're going to want to do in Jungle Scout Keyword Explorer, which is anyway, it's there. But so what I mean by that is for every main niche, I have main niche keyword here, and then below I have sub niche / related keyword analysis. You're going to want to do that same analysis for the sub niches, because the money is in the sub niches. Like these sub niches, this is what our product is going to be targeting. Usually it's not going to be targeting the main keyword. Mm-hmm. Like let's say selfie stick is up here. It's probably going to be competitive because there's tons of sellers for selfie stick. But if we go like selfie stick tripod, 3 times bendable selfie stick with the flashlight. These are the keywords that you're going to be targeting. So you want to try to, so I have 5 spaces here. Keyword 1 or keyword 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are all niche within a niche keywords. And you want to do that quick analysis for all of those. And obviously, how do you choose what, keywords to add here? Whatever makes sense. So whatever is describing a physical feature You know, that's basically whatever is describing something specific about the product that a customer is looking for specifically, that you could basically a keyword that you could rank easier on page 1 for. Not describing the same thing, just in a different set of words, describing something more specific. So, is that making sense, Thiru?
Yeah, but mostly. So basically, right, initially we were looking for these like main niches, and we're looking for those 3 things, right? So we want to get a list of 30 kind of like broader niches, where we want to find out, we want to do maybe 30 to 50, and then we want to do like, want to find out of them, you know, all the ones which have, you know, 5 or less reviews, less than 1,000, 3 plus more than revenue of 5,000. And that, I think that's the only 2, right? You've got there.
Yeah.
For the initial, and then once we've got this initial list, so we know that there's demand and we know that there's not too much competition. We now want to go into the sub niches, and in those sub niches, we want to look at, say sub niches where we want to have like some with over 5,000 sales, some with, you know, over 3,000 sales and less than 200 reviews, right? Or not more than 200 reviews, so there should be less than, Okay, cool.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. That's it, exactly.
And how what is like, so in that, right, what's the minimum search volume we want, and how many do we want minimum over 5,000? How many do you want minimum with less than 200 reviews and over 3,000 sales? And what's the maximum?
Yeah.
I think maybe you've mentioned this somewhere else, but I'm just curious.
For search volume, you know, I've historically said in the course that 3,000 and above is ideal. The selfie stick tripod keyword for us was at 3K searches when we started. And then a few years later, it was at 30,000. So it was definitely an uptrending category. So that's important in any business. You know, be getting in at the right time. So
absolutely.
And then for 200 reviews, oh man, my computer is fucking up right now. There we go. For number of listings that are doing well, that have less than 200 reviews. You know, what do I say here? I say just picture yourself at 100 reviews. Would you be competing review-wise on the first page? So it's really the more the better. You know, if it was just 1, or if it was.
Did you say like minimum of what, 3, 4, or?
Yeah. See, one is red, and then. Yeah, at least a few. I mean, this is basically, you know, and this whole thing is a guideline. You know, let's keep that in mind, guys. This whole thing is a guideline. This is an exercise. This is a brainstorm. This is to get your brain going, to get your brain tracking. You know, it's like a freaking assignment that's going to teach you, you know, market research. But it doesn't mean that this is some formula that if you hit the jackpot with the numbers, your bank account's going to start going up. No, it takes much more of a creative mind combined with all this stuff. So, you know, I would say just don't even think about the number. Just as long as there's some listings that are doing well, aka you know, more than 3K a month in revenue, you know, making more than $100 a day in sales, that have less than 200 reviews, that means you can catch up to them relatively quickly, because they don't have. I consider 200 reviews and less not that many reviews. So yeah.
How many reviews do the students, or do you guys normally get, like, using methods you can teach us for launch within like the first 30 days? How many reviews do you think you can realistically get? Because I'm in some of the other groups, and like, man, a lot of these guys doing like search find by ManyChat are just getting like warnings now, like left, right, and center. I don't know if you guys do ManyChat for getting reviews, but like, just curious, like how much reviews can we get? Because I know like, obviously if someone's got 200 reviews, we don't If the average market's got 200 reviews, we don't need 200 reviews. If you get, say, 20, 30, it's all right.
It really depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most important factor is actually the price point. So something that's $5 or $10 is going to have a higher sales velocity naturally than something that's priced at $40, potentially. So your sales velocity is the number one contributing factor to how fast you're going to get reviews.
And also depending on the product. Some product or the people are more likely to leave reviews than others. So
yeah. So I mean, so by sales, I mean, are you saying the more sales there are, the more likely they are to leave reviews? Yeah. So obviously, the more the product is selling a month.
It's just a numbers game. The average review rate is like 2 to 5%. So the more your sales you're going to get, the faster your reviews are going to go up. And yes, you can do giveaways through ads, then to a landing page that follows up with them. You can do that, and I have access to an agency who has an email list of 20,000. They do giveaways to that email list, and the review rate's pretty good for that. So you can basically give away as many units as you want if you want to essentially buy reviews. And
it's very dangerous to do it now. I think, man, you're getting like people who are doing like even just normal search term by flows on ManyChat without even asking the people who buy it for a review, and now getting messages from on the email saying, you've been. I think you got to really be careful, make sure you're not finding deal seekers and stuff. Isn't it really you've got a deal seeker leaving a review, you're gonna get
There's plenty of things we could talk about reviews, but we'll worry about that when we're live on Amazon.
Sure.
And when notes, differentiating ideas, keep your notes here. Add more lines if you need to. Just do right click and then insert one above or below if you want to add more lines. And then this is basically the format. This first one is filled out, but you want to have 30 main niches. Niches, and then the sub niches here. In some main niches, there may not be that many sub niches, so or there may be more than 5. So if you need to add more, then just copy paste, duplicate, and add more. If there's only 2 or 3, then that's okay. Just do whatever makes sense. This is a guideline, and just keep moving forward. And then at the end this exercise, you should have at least 30 filled all the way out here, main niches, all the data filled out, and then at least a few sub keywords analyzed as well for each main niche. And then after you get there, and that's going to be the first few weeks, guys. Just that's the grind. That's what no one else is willing to do. That's digging for the gold. That's true market research. You're doing it yourself. You're not paying someone else to do it. You're using your own brain. And so that's the freaking exercise there. And then so step 5 would be, after you've filled all that out, you go back to niche number 1 and you search all these sub keywords on Amazon, on Google, on Alibaba, on Pinterest. Let's do Google, Pinterest. And that's when you really start to look for differentiating ideas. You start to look around the market and say, hey, what's out here that what's a new feature, a new design outside of Amazon that I could potentially bring it on Amazon? Or maybe there's two designs that I think I could combine into one. You're kind of just going through each niche again. Take a break, do whatever, and go back through again and start really diving into differentiating ideas. So on that note, I'll remind you guys that you want to go quickly through. You want to go quickly horizontally through these. Don't look too deep into differentiating ideas when you're going through it at first, because you're going to go down a wormhole. You're going to get excited. You're going to spend a whole day on like 2 niches. That's what a lot of people do. And that's what I say in the course a lot. Go wide, don't get distracted. So go wide, but analyze 30 niches, and then come back and then go deeper into the more creative differentiating ideas later. But that doesn't mean that if anything pops into your head at first, keep notes here. So keep quick notes. If anything pops into your head, oh yeah, duh, this should be like this. I would definitely add this. Keep the notes there, but don't go down a wormhole. Let's just add this note. Note, don't go down a wormhole too soon. And
basically, like initially, get those 30 to 50 main keywords on there. The ones which we know immediately have decent search volume, decent sales and not too much competition. I think we said over 5,000 and less than 2,000 reviews. And then, 1,000 reviews. I think, yeah, 1,000 reviews. And then get that 30 on the list and then go one by one of those 30 to see how can we mix down, how can we differentiate.
That is correct. Awesome. Yep, love it, love it. The best way to learn is to teach. That's good stuff. That's actually at Payment. I had that idea. We should have one student each week teach a different subject from the course.
Amazing. I love that. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Big dreams. Okay, then I got Jungle Scout here, and then the next step is after you've done a deep dive one by one all over again on each of those niches, taking notes of ideas. Then move over to Alibaba.com, and this is where you search for sourcing potential ideas, and you can actually do this along with step 6, or along with step 5. I have it here because Alibaba has new models, so you can come up with differentiating ideas on Alibaba too. Keep thinking of differentiating ideas. Just keep thinking. It's easier said than done, but use your creative brain. Creative. Step 8. What did I miss? I missed eliminate your least 5 until you have your top 5 ideas. That's very important. That takes a good amount of time. So what I do here is just go through, and anything that's not possible, just highlight it all, and I just do Control X and just cross it out and just go through. No, I'm not going to do that. 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 Okay, that one, maybe come back to it and just start crossing out like crazy. That's what you should do. And
do not get emotionally attached to a product, guys.
Yeah, exactly. And then go back so you have it narrowed down to the top 5. Search Alibaba for all these top 5 niches / keywords. Be looking around. Keep looking on Alibaba if anything jumps out to you. Then step 8, narrow it down to your top 3 potential. For your top 1 idea, by this time you could either have top 1 favorite niche or top 3. It's up to you. Maybe you have 3 really good ones that you're excited about. Maybe you could go all the way to the supplier contact phase to help you, figure out which one for sure. So, do whatever makes sense. Ask for customization ideas. We have a sample message that we can send you guys. Just copy paste it, pretty easy. Order samples. Order message suppliers for their samples. Test each sample thoroughly, verify quality, choose a winner, place a small test order. We have negotiation tactics to get below that MOQ if needed. Send them your logo and filing packaging. Product packaging, supplier sends it to FBA warehouse. List on Amazon, sign up for your seller account. You should do this on day 1. Write a listing, rate the phone show, get the video done, launch, run giveaways, run PPC, reach out to reviewers, collect bi-weekly deposits, and repeat for the next product. So that was kind of the rundown of everything. How you feel about that, guys?
Yeah, it makes so basically we get this list of 30 or 30 to 50, the main keyword niches that we've got, but we only niche down on, like, say, the top 3 or the top 5 that we like. Right? We're not going to niche down on all 30 or 50.
Well, the exercise is analyzing the sub niches for all 30. Is that what you mean?
Okay. Yeah. I think that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
because
Yeah,
because the gold is in the sub niches down here.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the gold's at, in those sub niches.
And then after we find those sub niches of all 30, we then narrow that down from there to the top 3 or 5 that we like. So maybe the top 3, 5 differentiating ideas that we like, the products that we like, and then we start contacting suppliers for that. So like in terms of when we contact suppliers, right? So I mean, what I normally do is you go onto Amazon, you look at the current selling price on average. You put in, you get the profitability calculator, and you put in the dimensions and the weight of the product that I'm going to sell. See what the margins are. I'm looking for at least like 100% ROI, profit margin, and expect something like at least 25-30%. Is that how you guys do it?
Yeah.
Like, would you say, okay, this is the average price that's selling on Amazon? Okay, I'll bring up the profitability calculator. I put in the dimensions of my product, the weight of my product, the approximate shipping cost or whatever the shipping cost it says on the profitability calculator, and then okay, you got like what is aim for at least.
Yes, check this
out.
out. So, so you can read over this, but here's my little slide on this. So the total Amazon FBA fee, if you're going to be selling on Amazon FBA, is around 25 to 30%. It varies slightly based on the category and the size. So, for example, if something's selling for $20, 25% fee is going to be like Amazon's going to take $5. That's what they take to be on their site and to provide you all this traffic. And add in an additional $1 for an average PPC cost per sale. That's Amazon pay-per-click, the sponsored placement. And so you're going to get paid out $14 from Amazon for every sale into your bank account. But let's say your landed cost for the unit was $5. You had to pay, let's say $4 for the unit plus $1 each for importing that into America. That's the shipping cost. That's $5 total landed cost. So 14 minus 5, that's $9 gross profit. That's pre-tax gross. And so 9 out of 19, that's 45% gross profit margin. That's a super good profit margin. Yeah, if anyone could get this, you would be an absolute rock star. My products are closer to 35, and I think an average is around the 30 mark. So that's why I say aim for at least 33%. Typically that's like selling for 2 to 10x your wholesale price. But it depends. So yeah.
When you mean wholesale price, are you talking about the landed cost? So take the unit cost and take the shipping cost and multiply it. You're selling for. What do you mean by the wholesale price? Sorry.
The unit price that you buy from supplier.
Oh, okay. So the unit price. So it should be 2 to 10 times the unit price. Okay, not including the shipping cost.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So cool. Yeah, I guess what I'll probably just add to that is about 100% ROI. Otherwise, for me, it's just not worth it.
Yep. So yeah, that's the margins, and then how to make 100K per year. Let's say you have 20 products or 2 products, just 2 products on your storefront, selling 20 units a day at $20. Let's say you gross $9 per sale. That's 40 sales total. You're making $360 profit per day. Times the month, that's 10K a month gross profit before tax. Times 12 months, that's 129K per year. After 20% tax, you're taking home 103K. If it's 30% tax, you're taking home 90K. So 40 sales a day, guys, just something that sells for $20. That's it right there. That's what my younger brother does. He has for his yoga mat bags, he's got he does this. He makes he grosses closer to 150K a year just from like 5 products or something like that. So it can be done. That's the roadmap. I'd love to help you guys learn more. Sign up for my course, 90-Day FBA.
Shut up and take my money.
Shut up, making my money. Diversified income, guys. There you go. Boom, boom. Digital, physical. Cool. All right, guys.
You're
I
in
got to
Ukraine,
run. That
aren't you,
was
mate? All right, cool. You're in Ukraine,
Yeah.
aren't you, mate? Right, awesome. Right, cool, man. Have fun.
Yeah. What's that?
No, I just said cool. Have fun, man. Because I take it you won't be going to Bali in September now, will you? Because of what happened.
Bali is closed.
Yeah, you're gonna say.
Until
You're
next
gonna
year.
say.
I heard you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Bali is closed. I was looking into that. So Asia is closed right now. Only South America, Latin America, and Europe are open. I'm personally looking at Argentina. So.
I was in Argentina. It was
really when?
2019, but I basically it wasn't the best experience to take. Cause I took ayahuasca in Brazil,
Okay.
and I ended up just basically shitting my, living like shit in my everything. Like I was just basically really scared and having massive panic attacks for like 2-3 months until I got to Manila and started taking some fucking antidepressants. It was pretty. I mean, so I can't really say Argentina isn't great, but I mean, if I had a choice, man, go to Mexico City. It's like so much better.
Really? Mexico is awesome.
Right,
but is it safe?
Man, the food. Huh?
Is it safe?
If you go to Mexico City, there's 2 places. There's Roma. If you're in the Roma area or the Condesa area, you're fine. Like I used to wheel home every day at like midnight, 1 a.m. I was fine. Didn't have any issues at all.
I'll connect with you. I'll connect
people
with
can
you.
rob me easily. What?
I'll connect with you outside so we can talk because I'm looking into Mexico after.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely, yeah. Feel free to message.
I gotta get ready for the next call. Good shit. Javier, how you feeling about all that?
It seems pretty easy, man. It seems like a lot, but it's doable.
Yeah.
So step by step.
It's a college course. You know, if we can all graduate college, then we can do this freaking assignment.
Exactly,
and
right?
Instead of having an assignment, you'll have an asset at the end.
There you go.
Exactly. Fuck yeah, boys. See you in the group chat and talk next week.
Cheers. Have a good one, guys.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to the FBA Lifestyle Podcast. Don't forget to follow on all podcast platforms, YouTube, and Instagram. Ready to fast track your first or next FBA product? Ready to create a real product that leaves the competition in the dust? Then check out the 90-Day FBA Challenge, a 12-week accelerator program with weekly coaching calls where we help you go from zero idea what to sell to a product live on Amazon within 90 days. And download the free Amazon Secrets ebook, FBA Lifestyle, the Amazon Experts. Start your FBA business. Achieve the freedom lifestyle.